The second device that we're going to look at the chart table is our chart plotter. Now, it generally comes up. You can, if it's a little bit dark, this is your shortcut button for brightness. At night, you want it kind of dark so it doesn't blind and ruin your night vision, but during the day, you can just change between the brightness, and you can hit accept right there. And then it's going to ask you, do you want to use your chart chip selected? You can just hit yes. And as I mentioned before, let me go through the brightness, and it's actually 4 presses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and you can also adjust your brightness here, like that. If you take it down, you're like, I can't find it, just brings the brightness back up. Okay, you can change to night mode, where it makes everything red and black and doesn't ruin your night vision. You can power it off, you can press standby, you can turn on your radar right here with these instruments. Now, we can also go to our home button right here, and we can see that there's a bunch of kind of, we'll call them apps, but there's only 3 that we mainly use, which are these 3. So the first one, if I can see where I'm at, I can see land, I just use sail steer. This gives me my boat speed, my true wind angle, my parent wind angle, my true wind speed, my true wind direction. It also tells me like a rudder reference indicator, how far is the rudder over, my depth, and a bunch of good information like that. My GPS position, time, all that kind of stuff. If I set a waypoint, it will tell me time to waypoint, distance to waypoint, waypoint bearing, all that kind of information. If some information is not coming up, like my apparent wind, there's a little, if I press this button, you can see it gives me where another triangle right there, it tells me where my apparent wind is. So if you don't have, if something's not coming up, you can just see, maybe it's these arrows. Okay, my apparent wind angle, my true wind angle, my tide arrow. Now, if something else is not coming up, like you're not getting boat or depth, you can press data sources, auto select, and then you can hit start, and it will go grab everything on the network that might have fallen off. It's like a computer network on a boat. They don't really mix very well. So you can hit start, it will go grab everything that fell off the network, say wind speed or depth or something like that. Just hit start. Okay. The next thing we look at is, if we can't see land, we might want to be able to see land with the chart. So we're going to look at the chart here, and we can see the information and stuff like that, like where we are. We can page in or out, get closer or farther away. We can get details on the chart. We can go like heading up. We can change what chart chip it's using. So there's chart chips here that give you more detail, as you can see right there. And so if you use CMAP Insight Pro, you can see there's a lot more detail to this chart now. Depth, and you can kind of page out or page in, and kind of gives you more detail as you get closer or farther away. Okay. And then last thing that you can go to is autopilot. And that will give you your autopilot. You could turn on your autopilot from here, or most likely you're going to do it at the helm. But you can monitor what's going on when you come into the boat. That's it.